It is a powerful photo that shows both the sorrow and the bond between three Humboldt Broncos teammates who survived last night's horrific crash. As the team, community, and our country try to come to terms with this enormous loss, many are left searching for the right words.
I don't have a lot to say other than the worst nightmare has happened.
Last night, an unimaginable tragedy occurred on the roads of rural Saskatchewan. 15 members of the
And a dark cloud overnight over hockey night in Canada tonight as the NHL pays tribute to the Humboldt Broncos, and many teams change their names on the back of their jerseys to stand in solidarity with those lost and those still fighting for their life in hospital. Arenas changed their lights to green and yellow as crowds stood for a moment of silence.
The hockey world's an unbelievable world. You can't make up for loss. You just can't. It's got to rip the heart out of your chest. We pray for those families and thinking about them. And I don't know what else to say, but, you know, a horrific accident, a tough day.
Toronto Maple Leafs coach Mike Babcock, who grew up in Saskatoon, giving voice to a nation's grief tonight following a horrific bus crash involving the Humboldt Broncos, a junior hockey team from Saskatchewan. 15 people were killed and more than a dozen others injured when the bus was T-boned last night by a transport truck. They were taking part in a rite of passage for young hockey players traveling to a highly anticipated playoff game when the unthinkable happened along a rural highway. The tragedy sending a small, tight-knit community spiraling into a grief that really can't be put into words.
The worst nightmare has happened. As a league, we will support the Humboldt Broncos every way possible.
The team was made up of players between the ages of 16 and 21 from the provinces of Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba. They were on their way to Nipawin, a town about 270 kilometers northeast of Saskatoon, when the crash happened on Highway 35.
We know that this is a moment when we must come together to support, to comfort, and to lean on one another. We will persevere, and we will honor the souls that were lost.
As word of the tragedy spread, the mourning began back in Humboldt, a town of just 6,000 people.
The gravity of the situation, hit hard, and and everybody came together here at the Uniplex facility to comfort each other and to be together as a community.
Among the victims is the team's coach and trainer, Darcy Hogan. Online tributes continue to pour in, describing Hogan as both a mentor and a friend to his young players. Broncos captain Logan Schatz was also killed. The 20-year-old played more than 4 years for the team and was chosen as the team's leader 2 seasons ago. The team's unity remaining unbroken in hospital, where 3 injured players joined their hands.
We got a lot of work ahead of us to console and to work together to support each other.
A vigil will be held Sunday night in Humboldt, where Game 6 of the playoff series was scheduled to be held. But the loss is being felt well beyond the tiny Saskatchewan town, including throughout the NHL.
The whole hockey community mourns today. Such a horrific situation that hits so very close to home for all of us that spent our lives at that age riding buses to hockey games, and it being a part of the fabric of playing in Canada.
It just goes to show you got to embrace each and every day, and each and every day you're with your family. You better enjoy it.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeting out his support today. To the entire Humboldt Broncos hockey community, we are here for you. As neighbours, as friends, and as Canadians, we grieve alongside you. The tragedy even reaching the White House. Donald Trump tweeting today, "Just spoke to @Justin Trudeau to pay my highest respect and condolences to the families of the terrible Humboldt team tragedy. May God be with them all."